Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Media Buff Podcast, the show about anything and everything media related. Ed here doing a quick solo episode. For this one, I'm going to be talking about the latest film to release called F1, i.e. Formula One. It's going to be kind of a review, but not really. I'll try to keep it as spoiler free as I can. I'll talk mostly about the characters, the plot, and my overall thoughts about it. Now, pointing out the title of this video, you'll know that I feel that F1 kind of felt like it was very much the same movie as Driven from 2001. Both movies had a similar plot. You have a rookie driver with an older driver brought in as his mentor and partner to help him win the race, ultimately get the championship. Both have a very star-studded cast. In Formula One, you have Brad Pitt as Sonny Hayes. You have Javier Bardem as his friend Ruben Cervantes. You have Damson Idris as Joshua Pierce, the rookie driver. And you even have a love interest for Brad Pitt, Carrie Kondo, as Kate McKenna. Now, if you don't know who Carrie Kondo is, I would invite you to watch Rome. You definitely won't regret it. On the other side of the movie Driven, you have Sylvester Stallone as Joe Tonto, the older driver brought in to help rookie Jimmy Bly, played by Kip Perdue. You have Burt Reynolds as the owner of the team, Carl Henry. Now, both films share a lot of similarities. There's a lot of differences and a lot of caveats. Obviously, it's not the exact same film, but I just couldn't help think of this particular film as I was watching F1. It felt like I was just watching an updated version of it or a revamped version of it. It was very hard not to separate the two, especially when they shared so much. One particular thing that I was surprised by both films is that both of them had one of their leading actors help produce it. Sylvester Stallone helped produce Driven, and Brad Pitt helped produce F1. All that aside, that's not to say that this film was bad. Driven wasn't exactly critically acclaimed. I personally liked it, but it did receive kind of negative reviews. F1, on the other hand, has received surprisingly good reviews. It's 84 on Rotten Tomatoes and 7.9 on IMDb. But to me, it just felt like it just was lacking one key aspect of it. And for me, that was a good rival. The entire film felt like it was just Joshua and Sonny going head to head with each other instead of going head to head with somebody in an opposing team. In Driven, there was a clear antagonist and a rival for Jimmy's character. But in this one, it felt like they themselves were each other's antagonists, where they kept butting heads on and off the track. And it felt like there was really no reason to root for them. But at the end, they somehow still win. And frankly, just looking at the way that the story was flowing, felt like they shouldn't have won, and maybe it would have been better if they had just put their differences aside and maybe come together as a team finally. But plot device in the story ultimately had to garner them that win. Despite the fact that the story was lacking, it had great visuals, really good scenes, especially in and out of the cockpit of the race cars. The film was directed by Joseph Kosinski, who also did Top Gun Maverick. He did a great job at the camera work. He actually devised new cameras so they can get in real time action scenes in and out of the cockpit in one shot without having to cut away. And one other aspect of the film that I absolutely loved was the composer for this film, which is Hans Zimmer, who's done great films such as The Rock, Batman Begins, Superman, Man of Steel, The Lion King, Prince of Egypt, Gladiator, and Interstellar. Zimmer is definitely one of my favorite composers, right up there with John Williams and Danny Elfman. That's pretty much all I have to say about the film. I wouldn't recommend you go see it in theaters. Maybe wait till it comes out on stream. I was lucky enough to go see it for free through an advanced screening thanks to Fandango. But I don't really see the film winning any awards. I was surprised that it got such a good rating on Rotten Tomatoes. Personally, I don't know if anybody else noticed the similarities between this film and Driven. If you did, please let me know in the comments. If you've seen the film, let me know as well. Please try to keep the comments as spoiler free as you can. I don't want to go ahead and do a If you want me and the rest of the podcast crew to do an in-depth review of the film, let us know in the comments. You can always reach us at the Media Buff Podcast on our Instagram. Please like and subscribe. You can also follow us on Spotify. And if you want to reach me directly, you can do so at Engineer Productions. So with that being said, before I go, just make sure you check out Maono. It is the product that we use. This is how I'm recording this episode. If you use code word MediaBuff, you can get 10% off your first purchase. Make sure you check out the summer sale right now going on. A lot of items are discounted, and you can use the code and stack it to get an extra discount. Tune in every Sunday for our latest episode. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will talk to you all next time.
Right there.
What's he doing? Plan C. Be ready.
Just gotta hope for some lucky breaks.
Hope it's not a strategy.
Anything else, Professor?
Try fast. Ever seen a miracle?
Not yet. How do you think I'd feel if you die on the track?
3 laps. 3 laps is a lifetime.